Good morning, neighbor. Can you hear that? Listen closely. It is not the wind, it is not the birds. It is the sound of the earth waking up. Ping, ping, ping. It is the heartbeat of the forest. We are in the in-between season. The calendar says it is spring, but the snow is still knee-deep in the hollows. The air is crisp, biting cold in the shadows, but warm where the sun hits your face. It is the time of the big thaw. During the day, the sun warms the bark of the maple trees. At night, the frost comes back to lock everything down. And this dance, this push and pull between freezing and thawing, that is what makes the magic happen. That is what wakes the sap. I am walking my sugar bush line. My boots make a squelching sound in the wet snow. I reach out and touch the rough, gray bark of an old sugar maple. This tree is older than me, older than this farm. It has seen storms and droughts and fires, but every year, without fail, it gives. I check the middle bucket hanging from the spile. I lift the lid. Ah, there it is, the lifeblood, clear as water, cold as ice. I dip my finger in, just a quick taste. It tastes like nothing at first, just cold water. But then, at the very back of the throat, there is a hint, a whisper of wood, a ghost of sweetness. It is not syrup yet, not even close. It takes 40 gallons of this sap to make just 1 gallon of syrup, 40 to 1. Think about that patience. Think about that sacrifice. The tree has to pump gallons of its own energy just to give us 1 jar of gold. I move to the next tree, and the next. The sound of the sap dripping into the empty buckets is music. Plink, plink, plink. It is a chaotic orchestra. Some drip fast, some drip slow, like a conversation between old friends. "I'm waking up," says one. "Me too," says the other. "Winter is over," they agree. I carry 2 heavy gathering pails. I pour the sap from the tree buckets into my pails. Slosh. It is heavy work. My shoulders ache, my fingers are stiff from the cold metal handles. But it is a good ache. It is the ache of harvest, the ache of productivity. For months, we have been huddled inside, hiding from the wind. Now we are out. We are working with the land again. I walk toward the little wooden shack at the edge of the clearing, the sugar shack. It is just a rough shed made of cedar planks, darkened by years of smoke. Smoke curls from the chimney stack on the roof. White, sweet-smelling smoke. It signals to the whole valley that Betty McNeil is boiling today. I push the door open with my hip. The hinges squeak. I step out of the bright, blinding snow and into the dim, warm sanctuary of the shack. The smell hits me instantly. It is the best smell in Canada. It smells of wood smoke, damp earth, and caramelized sugar. It smells like history. In the center of the room stands the evaporator, the arch, as Arthur used to call it, a big black iron beast of a stove. A fire is roaring in its belly. On top, the pans are full of sap, boiling, rolling, steaming. Clouds of steam rise up to the rafters, escaping through the vent in the roof. It is like a sauna in here. My glasses fog up immediately. I take them off and wipe them on my flannel shirt. I smile. This is my happy place. This is where time stops. There is no internet here, no phone signal, no bad news from the city. There is only the fire, the steam, and the boil. I pour my buckets into the holding tank. I grab a log, dry maple, and throw it into the firebox. The sparks fly up. The fire gulps the wood greedily. "Hungry thing," I murmur. "You have to feed the fire to get the gold. Just like life, you have to put the work in. You have to tend the flame." I pull up my old rocking chair near the warmth. I pick up the skimmer.
I watch the bubbles, thousands of tiny bubbles rising to the surface. It is hypnotic. I can watch it for hours, and I will, because you can't rush syrup. You can't hurry the sweetness. You just have to wait and watch and trust the process.
It is getting hot in here, truly hot. I take off my heavy wool coat. I hang it on a nail by the door. I roll up the sleeves of my flannel shirt. The air is thick with moisture. It feels like a tropical jungle right here in the middle of a Canadian winter. The steam is sweet. If you stick out your tongue, you can almost taste the sugar in the air. It coats your skin. It curls your hair. I pick up the skimmer. It looks like a big spoon with holes in it. I watch the surface of the boiling sap. It is rolling violently, like a storm at sea in a rectangular metal pan. White foam starts to build up on the edges. Impurities, bits of bark, sugar sand, we call it. You have to skim it off, gently, constantly. I dip the skimmer in, I glide it across the surface, I flick the foam into a bucket on the floor. It is a rhythm. Dip, glide, flick. Dip, glide, flick. Arthur used to say, "You are clearing the clouds to let the sun shine through." He was poetic about syrup. He was poetic about everything, really. I look at the thermometer. 217 degrees Fahrenheit. We're getting there. Water boils at 212. Syrup is born at 219. Just 7 degrees. 7 degrees is the difference between sap water and liquid gold. It sounds easy, doesn't it? But those last 7 degrees are the hardest. That is when things can go wrong. If you look away, if you get distracted, the sap can foam up. It can rise like a monster and spill over the sides of the pan. And if it burns, oh, Lord have mercy. There is no smell worse than burnt maple sugar. It sticks to everything. It ruins the pan. It breaks your heart. So I don't look away. I stare at the bubbles. As the water evaporates, the bubbles change. At first, they're big and watery, loose. But as the sugar concentrates, they get smaller, tighter, shiny. They start to look like molten glass. They pop with a sticky sound. Snap, snap, snap. It is alchemy, pure magic. I'm taking something thin and weak, and through fire and patience, turning it into something strong and rich. I am boiling away the excess. I am reducing it down to its essence. Maybe getting older is like making syrup. Life boils away all the nonsense. It boils away the vanity, the ambition, the worry about what people think. And what is left at the end? Just the sweetness, just the concentrated love, just the essence of who you really are. Scritch, scratch. I hear a noise. Not the fire, not the boil, something near the window. I turn my head slowly. There, perched on the windowsill, looking through the fobby glass, a red squirrel. He is small, but he has an attitude. His tail is twitching nervously. His nose is working overtime. The smell of the sugar has drawn him in from the cold. "Hello, Rusty," I say softly. I know him, or I know his grandfather. They all look the same, these little bandits. He chatters at me. Chit, chit, chit. He is scolding me. "Hurry up, old lady," he is saying. "Where's my share?" I smile. I reach into my pocket. I always keep a few walnuts there. Not for me, for the guests. I walk to the window. I unlatch it.
Rusty doesn't run away. He knows the deal. I place the walnut on the sill. There you go. Don't tell your friends, or I'll have a riot on my hands. He snatches the nut, lightning fast. He looks at me for 1 second, a look of pure transactional gratitude. And then, whoosh, he is gone. Back into the snow, back to his warm nest to enjoy his prize. I lock the window. I turn back to the evaporator. The steam is thicker now. The bubbles are getting angry. They are climbing up the sides of the pan. Whoa now, I say. Settle down. I take a tiny drop of cream, just a pinprick of butter on the end of a stick, and touch the surface of the boiling foam. Instantly, the foam collapses. Like magic. Oil calms the troubled waters. Old wisdom. I check the thermometer again. 218. 1 more degree. Just 1 more degree. My heart beats a little faster. This is the moment, the critical moment. I grab the testing scoop. I dip it in. I lift it up high and tilt it. I watch how the liquid falls off the metal edge. If it drips like water, drip, 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 it is not ready. But if it flows, if it hangs together in a wide golden sheet, we call it aproning. I hold my breath. I tilt the scoop. It drips. Then it slows down. Then, there it is, the apron. A beautiful, cohesive curtain of amber liquid hangs from the scoop for a split second before falling. Gotcha, I whisper. It is ready. It is syrup.
The apron has fallen. The syrup is ready. I reach for the heavy iron valve at the corner of the evaporator. I place a wool filter over the stainless steel canister. This is important. You have to catch the sugar sand, those gritty little crystals that naturally form. We want silk, not sand. I open the valve. The liquid pours out. It is no longer clear water. It is dark, rich, amber. It glows in the dim light of the shack like molten topaz. The smell fills the room, intense and heady. It smells like burnt caramel and vanilla and smoke. I watch the level in the pan drop as the canister fills up. 1 gallon. Just 1 gallon of syrup from all that work, from 40 gallons of sap, from hours of boiling. But oh, look at the color. Grade A dark, I whisper. Robust taste. That is the good stuff. The stuff you can't buy in a plastic bottle at the grocery store. I close the valve. The harvest is safe, but the ritual is not over. You cannot boil a batch without tasting the tire, the taffy. It is the law of the sugar bush. I take a small copper pot and scoop up a ladle of the hot, thickening syrup. I put it back on the fire for just a minute. To make taffy, you have to push it a little further, past the syrup stage, to the soft ball stage, about 235 degrees. I watch it bubble. It gets thick, lazy bubbles. Bloop, bloop. It looks heavy now. I grab a wooden trough I keep by the door. I open the door and step out onto the porch. The air is freezing, shockingly cold after the sauna of the shack. The contrast makes my skin tingle. I scoop up fresh, clean snow from the top of the drift, white, powder, untouched. I pack it into the trough, tight like a cold white canvas waiting for paint. I bring the pot over. My hand is steady. I pour. A thin, golden stream of boiling sugar hits the freezing snow. Hiss! A tiny cloud of steam rises up. The liquid meets the ice and instantly goes into shock.
It doesn't melt the snow, it sits on top of it. It hardens immediately, turning from a liquid into a glossy amber ribbon. It looks like writing, like nature is signing her name on the snow. I put the pot down. I pick up a little wooden stick, a popsicle stick. I press it into the end of the amber strip. I twirl, roll it up, round and round. The taffy lifts off the snow in a perfect sticky spiral. It is cold on the outside, but I know it is still warm on the inside. I hold it up to the winter sun. It is translucent, beautiful. I take a bite. Oh my! The sensation is instant. First, the cold. It numbs your tongue for a split second. Then the warmth of the center bursts through. Then the texture, chewy, resistant. It sticks to your teeth in the most delightful way. And finally, the taste. It is not just sweet. Sugar is just sweet. Corn syrup is just sweet. This is complex. It tastes like the tree. It tastes like the minerals deep in the soil. It tastes of the frost and the thaw and the smoke from the fire. It tastes like Canada. I close my eyes and chew slowly. For a moment, I am 6 years old again. I am standing in my father's sugar shack, wearing a snowsuit that is too big for me, waiting for my stick. I can see Arthur, too. He used to eat this until his stomach ached. "Nature's candy, Betty," he would say, "better than anything in a wrapper." He was right. I swallow the sweetness. It warms me all the way down to my toes. I look at the empty forest. I am alone here, but I don't feel alone. I feel connected to the trees, to the past, to the cycle that keeps turning no matter what happens in the world of men. I scrape the last bit of taffy off the snow with my finger. Waste not, want not. The sun is starting to dip behind the spruce trees. Long purple shadows are stretching across the snow. The temperature is dropping fast. The sap in the buckets will freeze tonight. The dripping will stop. The forest will sleep until the sun wakes it up again tomorrow morning, and I will be here, ready to boil, ready to tend the fire.
The sun has gone down. The forest is turning deep blue, then purple, then black. It is time to close up shop. I open the heavy iron door of the arch one last time. The fire has burned down to a bed of glowing orange coals. I don't drown them, I bank them. I shovel a layer of ash over the heat. "Sleep well, fire," I whisper. "Save your strength for tomorrow." It will smolder there all night, keeping the water in the pans warm, waiting for me to wake it up at dawn. I put on my wool coat. I grab the stainless steel canister. It is heavy, warm against my leg. I step out into the night. The air is still now. The wind has died down. The temperature has dropped to -10. The sap in the trees has stopped running. Everything is locked up tight until morning. I look up. The stars are out, millions of them. They look closer here than anywhere else on Earth. Orion is hunting over the Pine Ridge. The North Star is hanging right above my chimney. It is a good night, a silent, holy night. I walk back to the farmhouse. My boots crunch loudly on the refreezing crust of the snow. Crunch, crunch, crunch. I am tired. My back aches. My hands smell like smoke, but my spirit feels light. I stomp the snow off my boots on the porch. I open the kitchen door. The warmth of the house wraps around me like a quilt. I heave the canister onto the kitchen table. Now comes the final step, the bottling. I have my glass bottles lined up, clean, sterilized, waiting. Some are simple mason jars, Some are fancy ones shaped like maple leaves. I take a funnel, I begin to pour. Glug, glug, glug. The liquid flows thick and smooth. It catches the light from the overhead lamp. It is not just brown, it is ruby, it is copper. It is liquid sunshine stored in a jar. I fill 3 bottles, 3 beautiful bottles of the season's first run. I screw the caps on tight. I wipe down the sticky sides with a warm cloth. I pick one up and hold it to the light. No sand, no clouds, just perfect translucent amber. We did good, Arthur, I say to the empty chair. We did good. I sit down at the table. I don't turn on the TV. I don't need noise tonight. I just look at the syrup. You know, neighbor, people ask me why I still do it, why I haul buckets in the snow at 70 years old, why I chop wood, why I spend hours in a smoky shack when I could just buy syrup at the store for $10. This is why. Because this bottle, it is not just food, it is a promise. Every winter, we wonder if it will ever end. We wonder if the cold will last forever. We wonder if the world has forgotten how to be warm. But then the sap runs, the trees wake up, and they give us this sweetness. It is the earth's way of saying, I am still here. I am still alive. And spring is coming. It is hope distilled into a jar, and we need hope just as much as we need sugar. I stand up and put the bottles in the pantry, next to the pickles from last summer, next to the strawberry jam. My cellar is full. My heart is full. Tomorrow the sun will hit the bark again. Tomorrow the dripping will start again. Ping, ping, ping. And I will be there to catch it. But for now, the work is done. I turn off the kitchen light. The moonlight spills across the floor. I am ready for sleep. Good night, trees. Good night, stars. Good night, neighbor. Life is sweet.